Hey all, Sakuya here, and before things begin, please make sure to join Discord down below, which there is a link for. Every Saturday we play Hearts of Iron 4 games, on Friday we play Stellaris, and on Monday we play Europa Universalis. So please do join us, and I hope to see you there. Hello my friends, Sakuya here. Do you like Hearts of Iron? Do you want to break it? Are you wondering from among these what is the easiest to break and conquer the entire world? Well, I am about to show you something super cheesy. You could almost say Parmesan cheesy. Ah, yes, Italy, the soft underbelly of Europe that continuously did things in World War II. We're not necessarily describing whether or not they're good or bad, but hey, they did things. Now, Italy was generally regarded as a bit of a laughingstock in World War II, but what if you were not an idiot? But hey, without further ado, let's go ahead and show how we can exploit some game mechanics. Load up some pasta with murderous intent, and begin. Ah, Mussolini, the supreme cannoli. You got a nice hat there, buddy. Oh, that's probably the only thing impressive about you. Now, the thing about the Italian focus tree is there's not really much of a focus tree. At least not yet. I'm obviously going to be doing this again when the next DLC comes out, but the fact that Italy is finally getting a rework is just wonderful. But of course, you know we had to do this before the actual DLC comes out. Now, Italy starts at war with Ethiopia already, but what we're going to do is not end the war quickly. We actually want to draw this out in order to cheese experience. Best thing you can possibly do, select all your troops, give them to a commander, something that's going to be easy to level up, like, here we go, level 1s. These works fine. What is this guy? Career officer and cautious, inflexible ooh, this one. Yeah, this one's nicer. Yeah. Sebastiano, you may be inflexible, but that's because we're going to have you be a brick wall and throw you at the enemy. That gives him 18 troops, so we don't want him to 18. He needs a full 24, so we'll just assign some random ones, like Mountaineers. Yeah. And boom, there we go. He's got 24. Perfect. Now, normally in Hearts of Iron 4, you're going to want to build some civilian factories. That is not what we're doing. We need to load our pasta with as much murderous intent as we can get. Pure mill factories, we are going early mill build. Just literally load up as much of these as we can. Military armament, we're going to need at least 10 on infantry equipment, probably 3 on support equipment. I don't give a shit about light tanks. Like, you're not going to be using that for anything. Let's say right now, 2 on artillery and 1 on anti-air, just to get it going. And of course, you got to keep close air support because close air support is amazing. Cass is God. Also loaded up here that we were going to want some more guns. We're going to want more artillery. And yeah, we'll just keep that going here for a bit, because you want to max this out here as soon as you possibly can. Research, classic stuff. You know, you got to get your engineering, basic economy shit. And then we're going support weapons. Now, in regards to research, of course, you're going to have the classic 3, but you are immediately going to want to get support weapons, because not only are you starting out at war, but we are going to be doing a lot of conquering really fast. All at the same time, you're occupying this territory? Nah, screw that. We don't want this. You got to use garrison troops for that. That's not fun. Eritrea? No. Release. Release is a puppet. Somali Sultanate? Release is a puppet. Boom. Now, not only are we not having to pay troops to garrison them, but simultaneously, they're going to have the generic focus tree, which means that they're going to get a bunch of factories and other stuff, which in turn means that we're just going to get more factories. A lot more than if we actually control the land directly here ourselves. Also, the land has literally no value whatsoever. And by doing that, that immediately allows us to bypass the Ethiopian war logistics, because if we don't own Eritrea and Somaliland, then we can just bypass that because war logistics doesn't do shit. Boom, that is free 70 days gone. Now we can immediately go over here, army primacy, get some experience, get some land doctrine reduction, and give us some mill factories. And now that we have that set, we're just going to go ahead and start attacking, and we are going to grind our way up here and get some levels. And now notice what's happening here. We are accumulating traits rapidly, but what we're going to need to do is to make sure that we don't reach 100% on any of these, at least not yet, because otherwise what's going to happen is it's going to become way more difficult to get anything else. It's really stupid that that's the way that the game mechanic actually works, but it is what it is. Like, we're almost at Trickster, which is awesome. We're going to want that. But there's a whole bunch of other traits in here that we're going to want as well. 97, 98, 99. Okay, and stop. Trickster, for that extra reconnaissance, is what you're going to get when you're attacking enemies from multiple sides. And so now, since we're not going to be wanting to attack enemies from multiple sides, we're just going to go here, and we're going to be attacking straight on. Okay, so they're really close to getting all those Mountaineer traits. And there we go. Now that we're 99% on all sides, now I think we can go ahead and begin to push from this. 99. Boom, there we go. That is multiple traits. And boom, just like that, it's only been a few months, and we already have Organizer, Infantry Leader, Trickster, Mountaineer, and Infantry Expert. Yeah, we're set. At this point, you could rack up different experience with other generals, but it's really not necessary, because at this point, you want to be able to conserve as much equipment as you possibly can. And boom, just like that, Ethiopia is gone. Gave us still 600 guns. Okay. Now, despite the fact that you puppeted the other two, you're going to take all states. Boom, there we go. That's done. And you need that because you need to actually be able to complete a focus tree still. Now what we're going to do is take all these troops, and we're going to assign them to the border with France. As soon as you have the 100 political power, you're going to want to go ahead and invest in an infantry expert because you are going to be using a lot of infantry. Like, a lot of infantry. And you want to start accumulating those points as quickly as you can for army experience. And then the moment that you have enough political power, we're going to justify on Yugoslavia. Let's see. How much would it take to do Dalmatia here? 21 more. Okay. Just continue down the very well-named industrial effort 2 path. God damn it, Italy, you need generic-ass focus tree. Next up on here is to get some fighters because, well, air power is going to be extremely important here. Okay, good. We are accumulating a lot of infantry equipment, which is nice. We're also going to need a ton of support equipment now, I realize. Now, as soon as you have the political power, you need to justify that war goal on Dalmatia or just something. I should have done that like 30 days earlier, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. And what we're going to do is get some troops and start building a little bit of a defensive line. You're not going to be able to hold this or really any of this over here, so it doesn't matter. So instead, we are just going to focus on holding these 2 provinces right here. And of course, you got the whole Spanish Civil War here, but ignore it. You don't want to deal with it. If you deal with the Spanish Civil War, you're just going to be wasting time, men, and equipment. And also, we're going to be ending up taking them over anyway. But that is a sneaky thing for later. And now what we're doing in this meantime, we're building up a massive surplus of equipment because you are going to need a ton of it. Because this is this is our division. This is our Grand Army. The overwhelming majority of what we are doing will be using this template, albeit with some support artillery. But before you actually add that on, what we're going to go ahead and do is duplicate this. And we're just going to create a unit of defensive infantry that just has this engineer company, so I don't have to use the stupid-ass colonial infantry. So what we're going to do is going to train 8 divisions of this so that we can park 5 on each one of these provinces, and then we are going to go ahead and spam a whole bunch of the division colonnae because we are going to need to be able to protect ourselves from any kind of potential naval invasions. Also, at the same time, we're going to want to gather most of our air force up here in the north in preparation for when things get super spicy. Oh, and now the justification is complete, so we need to go ahead and get things set. I should have done this a little bit earlier. We have to give it a few days now, but we can consolidate our aircraft, go ahead and assign these as a strike force all around so we can make sure that we don't get navally invaded. And then I don't need all these because I'm going to need some more infantry equipment because we're going to burn through quite a bit of that here. Also, doctrine. Make sure to switch over to superior firepower because you're going to want that soft attack. And now that that's done, it's time to go ahead and declare. Now, you're going to notice from this, and this is where things are so stupidly, broken. Yugoslavia in the beginning, this is part of the little entente, right? You have France, Czechoslovakia, Romania, and Yugoslavia, all of which are guaranteeing each other. But they can't actually break through any of your forts. So, we're going to go ahead and declare war. We're going to be fighting everyone, but it doesn't matter. We're going to be capitulating each one gradually. Romania is called, France is called. Okay, everyone's immediately called. Now, all that we're going to do is we're going to take these forces, and we're just going to start breaking through on the south here. We're going to push on this side, and we're going to take these troops, and we're going to push on this. Because the funny thing is, on each side here, they really will have no way to defend themselves. We've immediately pushed. Their lines are just so bad. We can immediately move. Boom. That's some divisions trapped right there. Boom. 3 divisions wiped immediately. Boom. Leon taken. We've already broken through on this side through France. There's no way they can stop us. The thing is, you do this early enough, and this is why early wars are so broken. France and other democracies, they don't have any kind of military industry. They don't get more powerful until later on. So if you can attack early, they have no equipment to defend themselves with. And just like that, it's a whole bunch of divisions wiped. They're not able to break through on this side. Like, if we look at the stats on here, we've lost 8,000 men, 1,000 to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is just throwing their men at our line. Oof, just 5 divisions caught. They have no way to replace the equipment or men they have, so they're just getting wiped. All right, and that is going to be a big enough gap here, then fairly soon we can start to just push through France. So immediately we're going to need to start chaining attacks, and this is where things are going to get very, very broken. We're going to start justifying on Austria. It's only going to take us 30 days to do so, but we need to claim this land fast. And okay, only 2 days left to complete, so let's go ahead and spam all these out. And we're going to put you guys right here on the border with Austria. And now it is at this point, considering how France looks, that we can probably just go ahead and push. Like, there is really no way that they're going to be able to hold us on any of these fronts at all. But since our justification on Austria is complete, that means that now we can go ahead and just declare war on them. They're going to have no supporters, no one is going to join them in anything, but it will cause the line over here to thin out as they begin to stock forces up. So we're just going to hold the line here and not do anything for a while. And at this point, we can just go ahead and make a little beeline for Paris, I think. And just like that, France is gone. And what we're going to go ahead and do is take all states, yes, which is perfect. Czechoslovakia has joined the Allies. That's not good. Well, this might drag Britain into the war, but it really doesn't matter, because even if they do, they're not going to be able to do anything. Yep, and of course that is now called the United Kingdom into the war, which is why yeah, obviously I haven't necessarily chained it just right, but it's okay. We're going to join the Axis now. And Romania has joined the Allies. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what happens at this point. Well, now everyone wants to be involved now, don't they? And there we go, that's entire armies now completely cut off. And now that everything is caught up in the north, if you just time it right, Albania will yield. We go ahead and annex them, and that immediately is going to allow us to bring a whole bunch of units over to the other side. And now that they're divided in the south, their attention is going to get that much weaker, which in turn is going to allow us to just simply push. They literally cannot handle the spaghetti strategy. And just like that, Yugoslavia falls. That is going to allow us to eliminate a lot of these Czech and Romanian units. Which, considering how low they're looking, I'm thinking that at this point, we could probably just take a line and push, because so many of them have been wiped out. How many have we actually lost? We've lost 114,000 men, but they've lost 739. The Italian pasta strategy. We make your noodles wet. There's just too many pieces of spaghetti they can't hold. Austria's gone, which means go. Go, my friends. Beeline to Prague. Let's go. They won't be able to hold. Oh, great. And now Germany is going to be declaring war on Czechoslovakia. Great. Well, I guess that's just how it goes. Might as well take Prague, get all the victory points we can. Yep, and then now the Germans are declaring on Czechoslovakia, which means the Germans are now going to be part of this. Well, it's not exactly what we wanted, but it's what is going to end up happening anyway. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Everything is breaking apart. Well, there goes Czechoslovakia now. And it's now, I guess, just time to start making a beeline towards Romania. We can eliminate as much as we possibly can. Oh, hey, look, all of our stuff that we took in Africa is gone. It's okay, no one cares. Hungary renounces the Treaty of Trianon. Yeah, no, we also need to justify on you real quick, and it's gonna take 15 days. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, Romania, gone. Awesome. And we're gonna keep Britain alive, and we're just gonna keep on expanding. It's just a very, very stupid little clusterfuck now. All right, we can now declare war on Hungary. Goodbye, Hungary. As you can see, at this point, it just starts to steamroll. Justify in Bulgaria. It takes us 15 days apiece to do this shit. Hungary joined the Allies. Yeah. Well, there's some irony. They just immediately melt. We built up such a military after all this conquering that there's literally nothing that can stand against us. It's not even 1939 yet. Ooh, we're getting kind of low on manpower, though. We've been doing a lot of fighting, to be fair. Let's raise that. All right, the justification of the conquest of Sofia. Done. Let's go ahead and declare war on you. And now also justify on Greece, because why not? I'm sorry, but it's kind of necessary. Just literally watching everything melt because they're not prepared for any of it. All right, Greece now. And then Turkey. All right, we got justifications on Turkey. Also, why does Romania control Sardinia? Let's go ahead and declare on Turkey and just kind of let them beat themselves against us. Oh, wait, they're actually doing way more damage than I thought they would. Okay, well, can we just, like, hurry up down here? I have a feeling they're going to start taking back a decent amount of land now. All right, Greece is gone. Now all their forces are condensed right here. And there we go. There's, like, the majority of the army caught right here. Ooh, that's a bit of a hefty pocket there, buddy. What does that put their losses at? 1.72 million? I think that was the majority of the Turkish army. Is that the majority of the Turkish army? Yeah, they only got 5 to 14 divisions left. That was literally 75% of their entire military. Which means that now we can just go ahead and push. I think it's time we start preparing for Belgium now. Goodbye, Belgians. I'm so sorry. But your waffles need some spaghetti sauce. And by spaghetti sauce, I mean blood. I think that the Italians deserve a chance in Iraq. You know, the Americans and the British and everyone else, they had their chance. I think it's the Italians' turn now. Now it's time to say goodbye to the Dutch. So sorry, buddies. We're just getting so much equipment from taking everything. Now the Soviet Union has declared war on Poland. Whoa, wait a minute. What is happening? Goodbye, Iraq. Goodbye, Luxembourg. And goodbye, Switzerland. Now that all that is done, it is finally time to start preparing for the way to end it. See, because the AI, at this point, they don't know what the hell is going on. Over and over and over and over again, we're just chaining attacks, and they can't get a read on it. Like, they literally don't know what is going on. And boom, there we go. Hello, Britain. Can I introduce you to some flavoring for your food? Because I think the rest of your armies are elsewhere. Oh, well, while I was doing this, I may have gotten my entire army trapped down here. But hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. We'll survive. And everyone, that is it. I give you 1939 Italy world conquest, basically. But not done. Because you see how low our manpower is? No, realize Roman ambitions. Because everyone knows that the true pasta Italians get this. It's the most broken strategy for world conquest. It really is. The Italian military advance seems unstoppable. In 3 years, Italy managed to take over the entire world. At this point, you can easily do a world conquest and conquer everything, but that's how broken it is. That's what happens when you can just chain attacks in order to exploit things in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. 9 million manpower, 257 civilian factories, 228 mills. There's no stopping us. There literally is no stopping us. Anyway, this has been Stakuyi, and I hope you enjoyed today's game. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments below what it is that I should do next, if you want to see something, if you want to see other kinds of exploits, or how to really mess with things in the game, or really how to do things. This is a kind of mix between my how to do things series, and also simultaneously just the really funny guides of stuff, because this is so broken. This really is so broken. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I do hope you all have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, guys.